Here's the biggest trap that stepmothers fall into: thinking somehow that you love your children more than their biological mom does. It is such a difficult job to be a stepmom. It is something that I usually tell people only strong people should apply. You have no idea the level of responsibility that you are going to take on. And honestly, I always say that it is all of the responsibility and none of the credit. Because just hit the card aisle on Mother's Day and look at how many stepmother cards they have to offer. It is honestly one of the most thankless jobs that you'll ever have. And there are going to be lots and lots of times where you're going to be not included when you participated in the life of this child. And if you don't have that and you have this wonderful parent-child relationship, I just want to say that you are very fortunate, and I'm so happy for you. I am so lucky because my children, they love me like a mother, and I feel so blessed and so grateful to be part of this family. But there was a long time where we really were on the struggle bus in our family, and the biggest problem that I had was I had resistance with the biological mom, and I was a threat. I was an absolute threat to her existence. There were so many things that I would do that would make her just feel like she wasn't the favored parent, and it would cause this drama and this resistance. And it was really unfair for the children's sake. I can remember, this is an old movie, but maybe you've seen it. It's called Stepmom with Julia Roberts, and there's a scene where the mother, played by Susan Sarandon, they're horseback riding, her and her two children, and her son looks at her mom. And this whole movie is about the conflict between a mother and the stepmother and the raising of the children. And the son they're having a conversation, looks at Susan Sarandon, the mother, and he says, "I'll hate her if you want me to." And that just resonated so deeply with me, because that is what we do to our children. We put our opinions and the things that we're feeling on them, and they want to make us happy so bad that they literally will hate someone for us. And we don't want that. We don't want them to have these bad experiences when they're at the other parent's house. Do you want a stepmom that is going to be mean to your children, or do you want a stepmom that is going to be loving and that your children love and adore and like to be around? And that's really what you want, but deep down inside, it kind of feels like if she gets them the love, then it means I have less love for me. And that's really not at all what is happening. Another movie that I love is Panda, Kung Fu Panda. There was the movie, I think it was the third one, where Kung Fu Panda obviously has been adopted by the bird, but the bird pretends like he never knew. And Kung Fu Panda's biological father actually shows up in the scene in this movie and wants to show Panda the whole life that he didn't grow up in. And it creates this big resistance and tension and jealousy in Bird. And this whole movie is about that conflict and the things around that. And in the end of the movie, the bird is talking to the biological Panda's father, and he says, "When you came along, I thought that meant that I was going to have less of Panda having you around, less of Po. But actually, I realized it means that Po has more." And that's what a blended family should be. I'm not going to steal the sunshine. I'm not trying to take away from the love and compassion that the children have for their mother. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to fill up the little voids, the little holes that might exist in them, and be a blessing in their life so that they're even more full when they grow up and they get to be the best and most awesome version of themselves that they can be. And part of me doing that is being really careful to remind myself that I'm not replacing their mom. I'm just being an extra benefit. I'm trying to be someone that adds to their life so that they have more. Keep that in mind, and your family's going to be okay.